Huzzah! Welcome! Welcome to the show. Give it a second, let everything get to its destinations. All the streaming services syncing up here. All the stars aligning.
Yep.
Still hitting the holy trinity of streaming right now. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Everything we can. Everything we can.
Yeah, I'm like, which one would be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit?
I think YouTube's got to be the father.
Yeah.
You know, like it's got to be. I'm not sure about about who would be the savior of streaming.
I would say Facebook would be the Holy Spirit because I'm convicted every time I get on Facebook. Cody Nimrod in chat. What's the deal with Grungs? Did I say Grung? No, I said Grungs. Okay, that's your misspelling, not mine.
Yeah.
What's the deal with Grungs? Trying to get my titles a little bit more appealing than, Favorite Terrain episode 13 Grung.
What's the deal with Grungs?
Oh, but welcome. Welcome. This is episode 13 of Favorite Terrain. Normally, we would have had our live show yesterday, but somebody bailed last minute.
Hey, I got invited to dinner, and when you get free dinner, it is dwarven courtesy to show up for free dinner.
Yeah. I can't really argue with that. All right, let's see. I'm looking at all the things, making sure everything is working right here. Welcome to Favorite Terrain, your new favorite D&D podcast. And as soon as I start talking, I get like this crap in my throat. Yes, we're Two Beards Play. I'm Travis.
I'm Trey.
And we're two old guys talking about Dungeons & Dragons.
Because we didn't have it in our lives growing up, and now we refuse to grow up. So here we are.
Yeah, I didn't play my first game of Dungeons & Dragons until I was in my 20s.
Same. The game that we played was my second campaign of D&D ever.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, our very first foray into friendship playing D&D was only my second serious campaign.
Man. I don't know. I had imagined you a well-experienced D&D player at that point.
Well, my first campaign ran to from levels 1 to 15, 16.
Really?
Yeah, so we played a good long time. Pretty much the whole time I was in college, the last 2 years I played D&D, so I had a little bit of experience. But now you look back on that and you're like, wow, I really didn't know anything, and now I'm running multiple campaigns for multiple groups, and it's like, geez, man, we've come a long way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I miss running. I'm not quite there yet. I'm enjoying being a player again. In Jeremy's game, my Haragon druid, I love his personality. He's just coming into his own. But it's fun. But I never stop world building. I'm always thinking of what would be cool. Homebrew this, mechanic that. Big bad evil guy.
And now there's way more to think of with one D&D stuff being thrown at us. Like this, I started a Spelljammer campaign last week, and I was like, "No, we're gonna do these rules that they're not officially implementing, but we're gonna use them because it makes perfect sense, Yeah. So I used them, and we had a great time.
How did the custom backgrounds go? What did everybody come up with?
Well, they kind of used some of the pre-made ones, and I think we're going to adjust them as we go.
Yeah.
Because, when you tell someone you can do it literally from scratch, they're like, some people are like, can I see some examples? So they took that, and I'm like, whatever we need to adjust as we go to fit your character, we can totally do that. But no, they used a lot of the new Spelljammer stuff, so they were kind of new already. Like one of the new backgrounds for Spelljammer stuff is like um astral sea traveler or something like that. Basically, you're used to being in space, so you get like bonuses to stuff because of that. So
Nice.
yeah, so it was pretty good. I'm excited about it.
All right. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to dive into that book yet, but I'm excited. I've heard a lot of. I don't really care to follow like reviews and
Nah.
stuff, but I've heard some mixed things about it. People not very stoked about the ship to ship combat stuff because it's just kind of it's more open ended, and everybody's like, I need like, how do you turn and fire and also go light speed all at the same time? I need rules for this, and I'm just like, there
Or
you
you
go.
can make up with them yourself.
Right, right.
Because let's be honest, if they gave you super detailed rules, those same people would be like, they don't let me have any autonomy. It's all rules, rules, rules.
Plus,
So,
you're still playing D&D. Like, if you want to
yeah,
play
come on.
space, like there's systems for that, and which I have all the Starfinder books back here, and I'll probably never play it. But it's like,
We tried so hard.
yeah, I don't collect things.
On purpose.
But if there was one thing that I accumulate that is like totally useless, it's tabletop RPG rule books.
Sure.
Because I will probably never venture out of 5th edition. And like,
Right.
I've got Pathfinder 1st edition, Pathfinder 2nd edition, Starfinder. Yeah, Starfinder. 5th edition books.
The kicker is that's going to be a great asset to us one day, Travis, because we're going to start our professional dungeon mastering business, and so to be able to offer that to people and be like, hey, because eventually you're going to get people that are going to be like, I've been doing this so long, is there anything different? And you're like, actually, there's a butt ton out there. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
So we'll be able to offer that to people.
Yeah, and there's a spot on my shelf waiting for that Fallout book that I still haven't got yet. So, hey, if you want to learn about the Fallout tabletop RPG content, go support us on Patreon, and I will use that Patreon money to go buy that book, and it will be awesome. Yeah. So.
What are we talking about tonight? I forgot.
We're just hanging out, Trey. That's what we do best.
Yeah, that's true. We're very good at it.
Yeah, no, we're gonna.
What we're talking about tonight will probably be about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
it's not a lot of material. Like we thought that one thing we did wasn't a lot of material. Whoa, is this not a lot of material?
Yes. Okay. To finish our introductions here. We're Two Beards Play. I'm Travis. That's Trey. You are listening to Favorite Terrain, where we just get on here and talk about whatever's tickling our fancy this episode. At the end of the episode, we have a big old spinner wheel that we'll spin and get our topic for next week. But if you like our brains and like what we have to say and want to hear us talk about a certain subject, we have a Patreon. And if you're on YouTube live or watching this after the fact, the link to that's down in the doobly-doo, or it's patreon.com/twobeardsplay. And you can go support us over there. And if you are one of our patrons, then you get to choose any topic that you want us to discuss, as long as it's, tabletop related. So what was it, 2 or 3 episodes ago, one of our patrons suggested homebrew as the topic, and I still think that's my favorite episode so far.
Oh yeah, man, we got to go ham on all of our homebrew stuff, and it was a good time. We easily filled the hour.
Yeah. So go check it out, and there are some really awesome tiers that are all tabletop related. And if you are into tabletop games, I'm gonna say it's safe to say that you are into dice. There might be a tier on there that has to deal with dice, and we might send you 1 or 2 here and there. So go check it out. It's worth looking at. Patreon.com/twobeardsplay. So, yeah, we're going to get into One Grung Above.
Can I say hi to somebody first,
Yeah,
Travis?
say hi to whoever you want.
I want to say hi to one of our new subscribers, Dyson Dungeons.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys. Hey,
Hi. If
I
you
looked you up.
did you
What?
look him up?
I looked them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is them. It's like 4 people up top, and it's pretty cool. It's like it's a group of family and friends who started playing D&D during COVID, and I'm like, dope.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Welcome to the Beardling family. Dragon Craze, if you're part of Dyson Dungeons, let us know. But hey, all the same.
Hey, Dragon Grays.
We like connecting to people. Two Beards Play, you'll learn very quickly that we love the community behind tabletop RPG. So whenever we get more people that are like D&D, yay, we're like, yay, people, yay. Dragon Craze said, also Trey, your name made me do an extreme double take. Which one? My actual name or what? What name are we talking about here? I go by many names. To certain people, I am known as Hadhod of the Clan Ram Crown, so you might have to. No, was just scrolling through. Oh, okay. So you probably saw Two Beards Play, I think is what it was. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. No. Dragon Cray said my name is Trey Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great. So I had to do a double take. I got you. Yeah, well, cool. I will say many people have said Prince, and like, no, Price, you know. But no, I get it. Well, welcome over on Twitch there, Dragon Craze. You should give us a follow. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about Grungs tonight, and I'm excited. This is probably, I'm gonna say top 5, maybe top 3 of my favorite races for D&D.
Top 5, really?
Yeah. I like the little folk.
You
know,
do like
no,
not even just the little folk, the tiny folk.
yeah. Are these tiny?
I mean, my understanding is that grungs are not
Small. The
they
size
are
is small. Yeah, small
Okay,
category.
so well, in that case, that's a big frog.
It is a big frog.
That is a big frog. You know, that's a frog the size of a gnome, and it's like, oh god. Okay.
Yeah. So so Grungs, they are not official D&D content, but they're kind of,
Let's be honest, they are.
yeah. Like you couldn't play an Adventure League with them, but I mean, as long as your DM's cool, like, and if he's cool, he's gonna let Grungs be a thing in your world.
As long as he's not a square.
Yeah, lame-o. Yeah, so Grung above, I'm not sure how one would go about acquiring this information outside of D&D Beyond, if there's like a PDF somewhere. But it's a short, I mean, 1-2 pages of information. You've got a little backstory of what the Grungs are. Not necessarily like their background, but just kind of like, where the heck did these frogs come from? And you've got a couple of bios. So the first paragraph, the introduction, talks about a game that was run online, and it was through this Stream of Annihilation, which I've seen some of it, but they did an all Grung party, and I'm not going to pronounce the names because it is.
Well, I want to hear you say it, and then I want to give a stab at it.
All right. So Matt Colville, who is the DM for Critical Role, played Baloop. Mark Holmes, I'm pronouncing regular names wrong here, is Balip. It's B''LIP. Adam Coble as Balop. It sounds very like noises frogs would make after they jump. This is what I'm getting. Bloop, blop, bloop. And then Naja Odakor, I don't know, as Kahabaluas. That's C apostrophe AHBU with the little symbol accent thing, LOS. So I'm totally mispronouncing that.
Yeah, Dragon Craze is wanting some clarification. Matt Koval or Matt Mercer?
What did I say? It's Matt Koval. Okay, so Matt Mercer is Critical Role. Matt Koval is his own thing. You
His
should
own thing. Yeah.
check him out. He is the owner of MDCM. Anyway, they're about to put out a monster manual that's going to be dope, and I'm super excited about it. But go,
if you guys support us, Travis will get it, and we'll do an episode on it.
But yeah, Matt Koval is. If you go look up Matt Koval on YouTube, he's got tons of videos on how to run Dungeons and Dragons DM tips. He's been doing it probably longer than I've been alive, and everything that I use probably came from Matt Koval in one of his videos because I've watched all of them, some of them multiple times. It is just good content. So, Matt Koval, yeah, I always do that.
Come be on the show, Matt.
Oh my gosh.
Come be on the show. I'll talk to you like a person, and Travis will fanboy the whole time.
I will fanboy so hard. Dude's like my hero, kinda. Not. I wouldn't say hero, but
someone you admire.
Yes, there we go.
Romantically.
Neither confirm nor deny. All right, so I'm gonna pull up here just a little picture so you can kind of see what we're talking about. Then there's the Grungs, and they is cute and adorable, and come in different colors. So you can see we got a green, a red, an orange, and a purple blue. And colors are just for flavor. I don't think they do anything special.
They're a little more monochrome than I first envisioned them. Like when I first heard about Grungs and I read about them, I was like, oh, so these are like those multicolored, smooth-skinned, poisonous frogs you see on National Geographic and stuff like that. So the Grungs in my world are a little bit more
like the poison dart frog that you'd find on Amazon.
Like stuff like that. Like they're black and orange, or they're like blue and black, stuff like that. Dragon Craze says, "Wait, so the colors mean the flavor of the grung?" Give me that purple grung, and we'll figure out what that is.
Then we got grape, strawberry, orange, and lemon lime. That's canon now.
Yeah, grungs have flavors.
You might die if you lick him, but he will taste good.
Right, but he will taste good while you do it. Oh, that's great. Good stuff.
Yeah. Part of this Growing Above PDF source or whatever. So each one of those characters that I just tried to mention and butchered, and I think Trey was going to try that as well, has a little character buyout on them. So
let me say one.
Okay, go for it.
So the first one I'm going to say is the tin can. You get it?
The tin can?
Yeah, the tin can. The tin can.
Okay. And the second one's what? Bangarang?
Bangarang.
Okay. Bleep?
Bleep. And then this random dwarf thrown in here.
Miyagi?
Miyagi.
Miyagi. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're all stupid. But anyway.
Yes.
Fun fact, the Bangarang one is probably a nod to improv comedy because that's a big thing in the improv community.
And what is that? What is Bangarang in improv?
Bangarang is like a saying that you would do for like a certain event or something like that. It's like Bangarang. I can look it up to double check with, because I don't want to misspeak and then have all the improv community coming at me, you know.
I gotcha. Yeah. So anyway, it's a lot of fun flavor text, and then at the very bottom is the good stuff. So if you want to play a Grung, you got all your Grung traits. And so if you do use D&D Beyond, you can make sure that you have the non D&D content box checked, and you can use Grungs in your game, which I highly suggest. So a lot of these things, I guess we're going to be calling Legacy Grung, I guess is correct now, because the new character building thing they're doing with 1D&D coming out here soon. But so for your Grung traits, ability score increase, your dexterity score increases by 2, and your constitution increases by 1. Age, Grungs mature to adulthood in a single year, but have been known to live up to 50 years, which is really cool. Alignment, most Grungs are lawful. Having been raised in a strict caste system, they tend toward evil as well, coming from a culture where social advancement occurs rarely, and most often because another member of your army has died, and there is no one else of that caste to fill the vacancy. You have Boreal Alertness, if I'm pronouncing that right. You have proficiency in the perception skill. Size, Grungs stand between 2.5 and 3.5 feet tall and average about 30 pounds. Your size is small. Yay, small races. Speed, your base walking speed is 25 feet, and you have a climbing speed of 25 feet. So you're a little bit slower, but you have that bonus climbing speed. I'm surprised they don't have... Oh, go ahead.
That'll probably change with 1D&D stuff. They'll probably up that to 30.
Probably. So I guess you got your sticky toes and such.
Right.
Amphibious, you could breathe air and water. Poison immunity, you're immune to poison damage and the poison condition. This is the cool stuff here. Poisonous skin. Any creature that grapples you or otherwise comes into direct contact with your skin must succeed on a DC 12 con saving throw or become poisoned for 1 minute. A poisoned creature no longer in direct contact with you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. You can also apply this poison to any piercing weapon as part of an attack with that weapon. Though, when you hit, the poison reacts differently. The target must succeed a DC 12 con saving throw or take 2d4 poison damage. So what's cool about that, the second part, and we'll get in the skin contact in a minute, but the piercing part, it's part of your weapon attack. So you don't have to do anything extra. It's not like a bonus action or anything. It's like if you're attacking with a piercing weapon, boom, it's automatically got poison damage, 2d4 poison damage, which is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Standing leap, your long jump is up to 25 feet and your high jump is up to 15 feet with or without a running start. See, I know there's like base rules for standing and long jumps, and as a DM, I should know it, but I have no idea how that works.
Well, how often does it actually come into play?
Right. Never.
Well, I mean, rarely. I'm sure jumping does come into play here, but the way I'd usually do it is like, unless you have a predisposition to jumping mechanics, you have the same dice check as everybody else. Now, if I had a Grung character and they're like, I'm going to try to leap across and flip the switch to stop the drawbridge or whatever, I'm like, okay, we can work something out here because you are a frog character. You are predisposed to jumping. That's your thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, most of the time it's like, oh, well, this is going to be a hard one. Go.
All right. Water dependency. If you fail to immerse yourself in water for at least 1 hour during a day, you suffer 1 level of exhaustion at the end of that day.
That's so rough.
I know. You can only recover from this exhaustion through magic or by immersing yourself in water for at least 1 hour. Languages.
So you have to end the day or start the day in the tub of water.
Yeah. Languages. You can speak, read, or write Grung. And that's it. That's the Grung.
Those are the Grungs.
Yeah. So,
Grung the Mighty.
Do you want to talk about the Grung Monk? How cool it is?
We've talked about how cool Grung Monks are because, you get Flurry of Blows. Of course. And with that, you are fighting with your hands. Therefore, every time you do that, poison could possibly happen.
Yep.
Okay? So the idea is that if you commit to this Grung monk, you get on up there with your flurry of blows. Every attack they're making a Constitution saving throw, and it's like, oh my god. So it's got potential there to be pretty dope. In fact, in the one Grung above thing, the very first character is a Grung monk courtier, for whatever reason. But it's a monk, so I'm like, oh well. See, someone realized this very quickly and said, that's what I'm doing. Um, and then they also play up this poison thing. The next character, Bangarang, is a rogue, but he's holding a bow and arrow. So I'm pretty sure he's like grabbing it, touching it, and like poison arrowing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, piercing damage.
yeah, and same thing. I think it says rogue, but I feel like it's supposed to be ranger because the next one's a rogue as well. I don't know. Anyway, Blobe's a rogue. So if you're doing sneak attack with a dagger and it's poison, you know, like it's very, very helpful. And I just imagine these little tree frogs, like one of them like sneaks up behind you, draws a knife, flats it across his face a little, and then stabs you. So yeah, with this whole poison aspect, it does make it very unique because it applies not only to your touch, but like you said, you can apply it to weapons, which is really cool. Um, so yeah, I feel like there's something that could be done with magic users though, like or maybe an artificer. Like if you were an artificer that specialized in making poison things, like something could be really cool there. Because
Yeah.
probably what we're going to end up doing is every time we were going to do a race, we were going to make an NPC and put it on D&D Beyond's homebrew area for people to use if they want to. So I'm already thinking like, what are we going to build? Because yeah, we could do the Grung monk, but I kind of wanted to stretch out. Or if we can't decide, we can always just roll the dice and let the dice decide what character we're doing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm down for making that character though.
Yeah. Also, in the little caveat before the one Grung above thing, they said, and yes, if you're not immune to poison and you must touch the Grung to heal it, you get to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
So if you were doing lay on hands or anything like that and you're not immune to poison, well, guess what? Here's your heals, buddy, but I gotta make a con save now.
Yep. We'll try something. Let's see. Here's some dice. All right, we're gonna try something new here, and give me a second. Those in the audio land, I apologize. Video capture device. Boom. Where we at?
Are you doing fancy things?
I'm trying to get a little my little top down camera here so you can see me rolling dice.
Oh yeah, the one you said you were gonna give me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember that show we tried to do a while back called The Dice Play, where we would literally roll dice for options in games?
Yes.
I think there's one or two episodes of us playing Skyrim
Yes.
doing it, and it actually took us to some random place, and we were like, what is going on here?
Yep.
I remember that. I recommend it. I recommend most of our things to most of our viewers. I saw another Two Beards hoodie in the semi-wild over the weekend.
Wait, there's Two Beards hoodies?
That's what I said. One of our camera dudes from Table Scraps came over to the house, and he had on a green Two Beards Play hoodie, and I'm like, did we make hoodies? I don't remember making hoodies. Unless he bought it from the store.
I need to know. Like,
I mean,
somebody owes me money.
Anything, it wasn't like anything super like fancy or anything. It was just like a green hoodie, and it had the logo on it, and I was like, nice hoodie.
That's hilarious.
That is such a big dice tray.
Is it? They're
It
also
feels like
really tiny D6s.
okay, that might be why. Because I might be like, God, what's going on with this dice tray? I feel like I'm so far away from these dice. But if you say they're tiny dice, that makes sense.
See, those are
Character creation.
normal, tiny. There we go.
Okay, I can definitely tell the difference now.
All right.
Might want to use those big ones, but
Yeah. We'll use the big ones.
they're a
Okay.
little easier to see.
Oh, professional. Here we go. Stop moving. I keep bumping it. There we go. That's it. That's how it's going to be. All right, so let's pull up. See you laughing over there. All right, characters. And we have unlimited character slots.
Yes, thank God. We would not be doing this if we didn't have unlimited character slots, let me tell you.
Well, are you removing the characters, the old characters?
I think I am. I'm trying to remember. If not, we can. Like it's super easy to get rid of them.
I don't see.
Yeah, I don't see the. I don't see. Yeah, I don't think I. I don't think I. I think I deleted them. So yeah, once I make them in D&D Beyond, I delete them because it will get crazy fast. I've already got 3 goblins in there.
Yeah, I love opening that up to look at Wilbert for my games on every other Friday and seeing all the characters that just come and go.
Random characters that come and go. I've got 3 goblins right now for a one-shot we did, and it's Larry, his brother Daryl, and his other brother Daryl. And they're all different. It was a fun time. I'll tell you about that sometime.
All right, so what's this Grung's name going to be? And are we sticking to the apostrophe naming system?
Evidently, we have to. We could name him Shang-a-lang. I don't know.
Sure. What S apostrophe Shang. There we go. It's S apostrophe HANG A apostrophe LANG.
Nice.
So we'll go with
That's
that.
great. He already has a theme song.
All right. So that's all of that. We're gonna choose the race here, and we're building this out in D&D Beyond. So you'll be able to actually go and use this character in your own game through the homebrew system that they have here.
Yep. Not a sponsor, but they should be.
Yeah. All right. So are we in alphabetical? Let's see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Grung, where are you? There you are. Yes, I choose you. Yep, we're going to have all of those things. And we're going to be a monk.
Did we decide on a monk?
I mean, monk's the coolest, I think.
I mean, if you want to build a monk, buddy, I'm down for it. We'll make an official Two Beards Play Grung monk.
All right. Add the class. What level?
Don't we usually give them what? Let me go to our homebrew stuff and see. My homebrew creations, Dwart Magoots. I think we do level 5 because his HP is 5d8 plus 15.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we do level 5s, you know, just to give them something. It's not like super crazy NPCs, but they're not like gonna die in one hit.
Yeah. All right, so we'll do hit points here in a little bit. Proficiencies. Okay, so we got to choose 2 proficiencies. I'm thinking acrobatics definitely should be 1. So we have athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth. I'm leaning stealth. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, the scariest monk out there is the one you can't see or hear.
All right, what kind of musical instrument do we want to be proficient in? Or artisan's tools, really. Either one.
I like the idea of him doing. When I think monk, I think like kung fu movies. You know, so
Okay.
like I want him to be able to like play something that's got an Eastern feel to it.
So, bagpipes? Ah,
Yeah. And he spits wad of poison through them. Anyway,
um,
is Dulcimer on there by
it
chance?
is.
Give him a Dulcimer.
All right. Dulcimer it
And,
is.
and I will play some Dulcimer music for the podcast form. You can't hear it because it'll be on my computer, but the podcast people will know what a Dulcimer sounds like.
All right. So, we got to choose a monastic tradition. So, what kind of monk are we going to be? Way of Mercy, Way of Shadow, Way of the Ascendant Dragon, Way of the Astral Self, Way of the Drunken Master, Way of the Four Elements, Way of the Kinsai, Way of the Long Death, Way of the Open Hand, or Way of the Sun Soul? How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You just want to roll for it?
I mean, I don't see why not.
All right. Oh, let me get the cam up here. All right. 1. So that gives us Way of Mercy.
Great.
I don't know what that does.
You know, it's going to be interesting.
All right, so we get Deflect Missiles, Implements of Mercy, Hand of Healing, Hand of Harm. Oh my god, is this a healing Grung?
Yes.
Let me touch you. No, don't touch me!
Allow me to heal you, my child, as I play my Dulcimer.
All right, we'll do ability score improvements here in a minute. We got Slow Fall, Extra Attack, Stunning Strike. So we'll go that. Okay, so manual rolled. All right, so we could do this a couple different ways. Do we want to just roll it down the line and whatever the first roll is, strength, or do we want to write them down and
Well, if we want to make not a crappy NPC, we need to put them with things that's going to help a monk out.
so like, roll and place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because he'll need to be strong, but if he's going to do healing, then his, wisdom needs to be high. So,
all right. So let's get some paper here. Got it. Okay. So, bring back up the dice cam. Get these d6s out of the way. So we're gonna roll 4 d6s, reroll any ones, take the top 3, and that'll be a stat. Oh dang, 3 1s. What the crap?
oh,
We got a 5. So we'll put this 5 over here. A 6 and a 2. Got one more 1. We'll reroll that one. That's a 3. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 14 is our first one.
If anybody's wondering what we're doing, kind of what the dice Travis and I have adopted for our ways to roll dice for stats is that we do 4d6s, take the highest 3, but you re-roll 1s because 1s suck in stats.
Yeah. And we got another 14. This is my Fanatics dice, and the 6s are the Fanatics logo.
Yeah. What do you put in the F in chat for Fanatics?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Which we've had a new game store open here this past week.
Oh, nice. Do they want to sponsor us?
Maybe. I should have a little conversation with them.
Just go in there and be like, you know who I am?
No.
I'm the beard.
All right, we got a 10. So 2 14s and a 10. Ooh, here we go. 6, 6, and a 3. That's 15. All right, so that's 4. We got 6, 6, and another 3. So that's another 15. This is pretty good scores.
This is why you re-roll 1s.
Well, yeah. Because you do. You want your heroes to be heroes. Oh, that's a
Yeah, I mean it,
16.
and we've said it like it doesn't break anything. It just gives you a slight edge, you know,
Yeah.
like
All right, so we got 14, 14, 10, 15, 15, and 16. So obviously, what Dex is going to get our high one for a monk.
yeah.
Um, I feel like Constitution should get a 15.
You know how I feel about Khan. You should never sleep on Khan.
Yep. Um, okay, so our Grung stats made our Dex go from a 16 to a 18, and our Con go from a 15 to a 16, which is great to have that even number. So our modifier goes up one. All right, so I mean we can't really lose here. Uh,
Do we want to incorporate the new 1D&D rules for these? We can do the 2-1 or the 1-1-1.
um, it auto puts it in here because we chose the Grung race, and I'm just gonna leave it. I think it's
Oh,
fine.
okay. Yeah.
I mean, especially since it's going to our top two stats anyway.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so we got a 15, a 14, a 14, and a 10. Um,
Is healing magic solely based off of wisdom?
I think so. Usually,
Usually it is.
we'll put a 15 in there.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't hurt.
All right, and then I'm gonna say 14 strength, 14 intelligence, 10 charisma. Or do you think we should go 14 strength, 10 intelligence, 14 charisma?
14 charisma. I mean, he can play the dulcimer.
That's true.
I mean, come on. He's raking in the grung ladies.
All right, well, there we are 14, 18, 16, 10, 15, and 14.
Not bad.
All right, so let's go back to our class. And then now we can improve ability scores. Let's see what was odd. Just wisdom. Okay. So we can do what? We can make wisdom an even number to get the ability score up, or we can go ham on Dex and make it a 20.
I mean, if we're going to start him off, I kind of like the idea of going ham on Dex.
I do
just
too.
because, you know? Because how often do you get to do that?
Yeah. All right, so dexterity. Boom, 20 index. Background. This is the old background, soon to be old background.
Soon to be old.
What are we thinking? What's our old Grung up to?
I mean, there's the ones that lend themselves to monks. There's the hermit, the scion, I think it is, or there's one specifically that says you've dedicated yourself to a monastic tradition.
You lived in seclusion, either in a sheltered community such as a monastery or entirely alone. For hermit, let's see.
There's a bunch of them now.
There is. I don't know. I'm feeling hermit though.
I mean, it makes sense if you just want to keep it simple.
Yeah. All right, so we get another skill proficiency. Animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception, history, intimidation, investigation, nature, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and survival. Kind of leaning towards performance with his dulcimer.
Yeah, yeah.
And then a tool. Let's see, what kind of tool do we want? We can do another instrument or like tool set.
What are the tool sets?
Let's see. We've got alchemist supplies, brewers, calligraphers, carpenters, cartographers, cobblers, cook utensils. Kind of like that. Disguise kit, dragon chest set, forgery kit, glass blowers tools, jewelers tools, leather workers, masons, navigators, painters. I could see him being very artsy. Painter supplies, pretty cool.
I'm leaning more towards like he's either a good cook or the calligrapher set. because you often see like in kung fu movies where they're doing the brush strokes for
Yes.
the words very delicate and wonderfully. It's a very disciplined thing.
All right, we'll go with that. I like that. He could send somebody like a death note, like he could write it
Yeah.
out in his poison, and then when
Yep.
they
And
like
his
touch it and read it, it's like. "Ugh." All right, languages. Um, he's a
roll
hermit.
for these. Roll
Okay,
for these.
1, 2, 3,
Let's do randos.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right.
There are 30 languages? Whoa.
All right. Roll
That's a
1 D30.
Oh yeah, the internet's a thing.
Yeah. 10. All right. Gith. How he would know Gith, I have no idea.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe he was sweet on a Gith girl that he played the dulcimer for. Who knows? Ugh, it's weird.
All right. Equipment. Short sword or a simple weapon.
mm,
What's a simple weapon? I feel like he needs like a where is it at? Ooh, a boomerang. Oh, let's give him a boomerang.
Yeah. Heck yeah, I'm down for it.
All right. I'm gonna say
No one ever expects a boomerang.
no. Between
Right
the
when you forget about
Dungeoneers,
it comes back.
Dungeoneers and Explorers pack, I feel Explorer is more
Yeah.
appropriate. As a hermit, you get a scroll case stuffed full of notes with your studies or prayers, a winter blanket, a set of common clothes, an herbalism kit, and a pouch containing 5 gold pieces.
Do I see he's also getting darts?
10 darts. Yeah.
That's going to be perfect for a Grung because now they're poison darts. I think this is actually working out quite well.
There we go. And then we'll use that. Wield. And all right, so at 43, fix HP. Let's see, total. Okay, this just averages out. So we'll stick with 43 HP. Cool. And then there we are. Shangalang.
Shangalang the Grung Monk.
Yes.
And now that he exists, I can play his theme song.
Copyright. Don't do it. Don't do it. What's this?
All right, that's enough. That was less than 10 seconds, so we're okay.
Spotify's been like, I didn't play this song.
I think that song would actually sound pretty good on a dulcimer.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Hand of healing. Oh, this poor character.
Sorry, my dogs are barking. Had to yell at her. But you can just imagine that thing. He's like, I can heal you, but it might not work.
Yeah, which and honestly, it's not the end of the world because unless just touching gives you the poison effect, which just gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So
yeah, so it's not terrible, but
yeah.
Plus,
But
don't you get like that saving throw every turn?
yeah, as long as you're not in direct contact with the Grung, you get to make a saving throw at every turn.
Yeah, so odds are you're gonna shake it off. You'll be fine.
Yeah. This actually sounds that'd be pretty fun just to kind of not like really annoy the party, but just kind of be like, oh crap. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's the Grung.
You can make him super spiritual, and then the party wakes up, and he's like, I took the liberty of praying over each of you as you slept, and I laid hands on you. You are welcome. And everyone's like, dang it. And so then you're like, you all failed because you made it at disadvantage while you were asleep.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking over the stuff for the monk, just kind of seeing
Yeah.
what else is there.
Let me send you the picker wheel.
Oh yeah, do it.
All right, and do that. Oh, I gotta do it on Facebook. Hold on.
You're good. There we go. Nope, that's not you.
Trying to get to the right thing here. Here we go. There you go, buddy.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what next episode is going to be. Need that, next that. Oh, that's large. We don't need to be that big. All right. Here we go. We're going to spin it. Journeys through the Radiant Citadel.
We don't have that. We can't do that one.
All right.
And again, we don't own that one.
We don't know that. We're going to spin it again.
We just said that's the one thing
Yeah.
we don't have.
Yeah. Journeys through the Radiant Citadel.
Are you kidding me? Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Try it again.
We can't do that. We don't own it. We can't read it.
Oh. Centaurs. There we go. We can do centaurs.
Okay, centaurs. We'll do centaurs. We'll do another race. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah, out of all those, like, how did it? I don't know. How did it pick it twice?
The odds. The
Yeah.
odds. Yeah. So yeah, next week we will talk about centaurs, and we will make you a centaur NPC for D&D Beyond.
Woo! Excite. Much excite.
Woo.
All right. Well, don't forget to go check us out on all the other platforms. You can find us on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Spotify. We have a Discord channel, and a Patreon. And all the links for these things are down in the description if you're on YouTube. The Patreon is patreon.com/twobeardsplay. So go check us out on all the things, all the social media platforms you like to use. We're there. And I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I'm Travis.
I'm Trey.
We're Two Beards Play. And we out.
Peace out.